Right, so let's, yeah. All right, so you ready to give me the puppy? No? All right. And he used to be a director here, so he knows about car hunting, and that's what he does for a living today. All right, Mr. Elliot, Dave Elliot, good morning, sir.
Good be.
You're giving me a puppy one time here. How much for that?
$5.
$5, all right, but I owe you $5 because I can't reach my pocket to give $5. Everybody see, sometimes I give him $5. Anyhow, so that's my puppy on my chest here.
Take out a blue
and tell me the significance of the puppy again before you get it.
All right, well, the puppy was, it actually grew on a field. There was a field in England called Flanders Field. After one of the wars, there was one of the surgeons that would have observed, you know, in those days, soldiers fighting against one another. And one of the surgeons in these field tents would have observed that after, one morning after one of the battles, they were these red puppies. Like sometimes overnight, some stuff just pop out of the ground. Mm-hmm. And these puppies actually came out and just bloom. They were red.
They bloom at this time, November?
But it was after November, November, yes.
And it's a field of red.
It's called Flanders Field.
And where is that field existing?
That's in England.
It's still there?
Yes.
Wow. So it's something that tourists go to and...
Yeah, and the location, it's called
All right,
Flanders.
so let's talk about the memorial. Obviously, we look forward to our parade and the laying of the wreaths at James Park. What is happening this year? I understand it's scaled down?
Yes. Well, quite a bit of things would have happened for the year. There was no Independence Day parade. We nearly didn't have Republic Day parade. And this year, actually on short notice, we had the entire Memorial Day parade was scaled down. So this year they won't be having a parade, just as in COVID, during COVID times. So all we'll be having is a wreath laying ceremony. So everything except the parade, there will be the firing of the cannons at 11 o'clock. As you know, this happens on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, which signifies the signing of the treaty of, signing the armistice back then, which was basically almost like a peace treaty, something similar to that. It happened on the 11th hour of November, and today, the treaty was signed during that time, back in 1819, which signifies or started the end of World War I. And till today, that is celebrated. So at 11 o'clock on the closest Sunday to the 11th, that is when we celebrate it. In the month of November, which is the 11th month, the first cannon is sounded in James Park, and the soldiers are in that most reverence position. Oftentimes, Memorial Day parade is it's an intense parade. It's short, but it's intense because these soldiers on the cenotaph, they're in this position called rest on arms reverse, where they are like this for the entire ceremony. During that time, all detachments or military personnel or paramilitary personnel that were involved in the war, they get the opportunity, or heads of their departments, lay wreaths in remembrance of those who would have served in World Wars I and II that are from Tobago. And when you go up to James Park, just take a look on the cenotaph, and you might see a name that you know. So okay, that is what we do on Remembrance Day.
Very good. All right, so on Sunday we'll have the Chief Secretary will lay the wreath. Just walk us through the executives.
Well, this year only 3 wreaths will be laid in Tobago. We have the Chief Secretary, the CDS rep, which is the Chief of Defense Staff's representative, and the head of the Legion in Tobago. The Legion is, the full name is the Tobago branch of the Royal Commonwealth Ex-Services League, of which I am the PRO. Our president will be laying the wreath. And after that, we have a small luncheon for those who would have participated in the war. Normally it's a lot more, but this year everything is scaled down.
What is the reason for the scaling down? Why are we not having the march and all that? Why are we not having the parade and all that?
Well, that's pretty much way above my pay grade, but I believe it has to do with the state of emergency and all that situation. Those are the reasons that we were told.
Okay. All right. So normally you would have, how many veterans are alive still today?
Yes. In Tobago right now we have one veteran. His name is Mr. Iman Ligol. He's from Lekoto. He gave us his story. He's still alive. I think he's in his 90s and still doing pretty good. We hope that he could be 100 so we could very well celebrate him. So his family will be there, most likely. He will be there if he is not fit enough to make it, but he often comes, and his family will be there. Also in attendance, we tend to have families, or whether it's grandchildren, children of veterans that would be there as well. We also have a group of retired soldiers, or retired, let's say, servicemen, because we have soldiers, air guardmen, we have coast guardsmen as well, retired, and they have their own association, and they too partner with us in this event every November. This year, what would have happened as well is that, October is carnival time, and everything was just so short.
All right, yeah.
Because normally we would have started the entire celebration and stuff with puppies early in October and all this sort of stuff. But the puppy wearing often begins after the president receives a puppy. So when the president received hers, and on Wednesday we presented the chief secretary with his puppy. So between just short of a week, we had much time to do things stuff this year, right? Also, I want to mention at the league we would have just recently published a book. A book here. It's called Tobago Remembers. It's about the Tobagonians in the world wars. We remember them. So it highlights some of the persons from Tobago that would have participated in the wars. Some of the history of why everything that you would have asked, right? So this book is $20. It's available. We're going to make it available to schools, the library, and anybody that pretty much needs to have one. It's called Tobago Remembers, right? And we'll have it by this week. Yeah.
Right. So how we can access it? How we can get it?
Well, you can get in contact with me. I'm the PRO of the Legion. 4958214. You could also get in contact with the president, right, Miss Linda Eastman. Her father was a veteran as well, Mr. Josie Eastman. And right now, one of the things that it's in aid of is primarily we're trying to find a home, a building for us to be able to have these things available. Okay. People have pictures, people have memorabilia.
So you need a room, you need a home.
Yeah, right, yes. That's one thing that we will be working on.
And what's the cost for the book?
It's $20.
Only $20.
Yeah, only $20.
Okay, fine. All right, Ms. Elliot, anything else before we go?
Well, this year, if you wish, you can come out to view the relaying ceremony. A lot of people come out for the parade because, we want to hear the drums. Yeah. This afternoon at, I think after 2, Minister 3, there will be a rehearsal at James Park. So there will be some traffic restrictions up down Scarborough. I believe what they refer to as Tambourine Square, Tambourine Car Park, will be out of bounds because that's where they will be having the explosions. And the same thing would go for Sunday. So as we get it this afternoon, there will be a bit of traffic restrictions uptown around around James Park. And come out and see the parade, come out and see the relaying ceremony on Sunday. And we also inviting persons, they can log on to Facebook. We have our Facebook page where you can get information. You can become members of the league. If anybody knows of anybody, father, grandfather, anybody who would have been part of the, be part of the league and become members, increase your membership drive and stuff like that.
All right, excellent. Mr. Elliot, we want to thank you for being in this morning and, of course, make your way up to James Park on Sunday for the wreath laying exercise. No parade, however, you come out and support. All right, thank you again. All right.